in my late teens and early 20s, I would be home 6 months. I would do something. I would get incarcerated. Right. I would go away from 12 months to 3 years. I would come home, violate, go back. Like, it was a repetitive cycle of recidivism. I learned that word from down there, y'all. But anyway, there was a repetitive cycle of recidivism for me.
Right.
And so my friends, my family, and my loved ones, would they have been wrong to assume that when I came home this last time, which was 15 years ago by now, by the way, right. But would they have been wrong to assume that me, with my previous pattern of history, was going to do something to go back again?
Well, it kind of depends on their level of belief, though, because that's what I mean. Thou shalt not judge. Everyone has a second chance. If we say in one language, yo, you speak things into the universe, that don't mean just you speaking it for yourself. Others. It's other people saying, man, he gonna do the same shit.
Yeah.
That's speaking it into the universe too.
Yeah.
Why would you do that if you want me to change? You still be continuing to say, man, I hope you do better this time.
Yeah, I get
it. So that's what I'm saying. I understand that we all go through something, and it is a point where you're gonna say, well, motherfucker gonna be who he is. But are you loving me for who I am? This because we talking about friends. So if I come out again, like you said, it's been 15 years for you. It's been about 4 for me. March 8th will make 4 for me. So it's like, all right, in that time from the time you came home, do they recognize the change that you did? And even when I was going in and out, now we're gonna talk about it. Was you the one borrowing money while I was out doing my knucklehead shit? Was you the one calling me for the pull-ups when you needed situations to get handled? Cause that be a lot too. You call me and put me in situations because I am that guy. And then when I don't want to be that guy for you, I don't got no use for you no more. So now you don't even deal with me. Wow. Like, so it'd be things like that.
You know, as we was, on our way to the studio today, we had a conversation. And that conversation, not to bring it on camera or anything, but that conversation based off of, do the women in our lives, and not putting blame on the women, because we all have to take accountability for our actions out here. But is a woman really supporting you if she encourages you to go out there on the block? Or is that woman in support of you if she tries to encourage you to get off the block because she may see something better in you?
Well, we know, because like you said, it don't have to be a woman. Anybody who's encouraging you to go to the streets is not for you.
And so that's a hard line in the sand to draw, right? Can you say that this person is for me, but they just accept my ways of being a street person and that's what I'm going to do? Or so at what point in time because we've all been in a situation where somebody has tried to uplift us or change our mind about something or influence us to do something positive. And in that moment in our lives, we wasn't ready to do that. So we looked at that person and was like, man, they just keep giving me this game, or they keep, saying this and saying that.
All right, so it could be done that way because probably circumstances. So let's just face it, people start out in love and in poverty. So you may, once y'all get together and create a life still in poverty, a lot of times a female look to the man to provide still, even though they're in poverty. So a man may take to the streets and be like, all right, this is what it is. Even though knowing the risks of not being able to be with his family, these are a whole bunch of circumstances. They ain't supposed to be in a household anyway because it's under some type of subsidy or anything. So they just really fighting the system together. That's a different kind of bonding connection that a motherfucker love, like in certain situations. Like, man, like we should, but it, because that goes to a deeper question. Is that the despair of the people? Because it's like, this is the ceiling that we at. So let's just.
So I only ask that question because we hear that. If this person, if they allow me to keep going out here and bumping my head, then that person isn't for me. But at one point in time, is it like, yo, you just have to let a person be a person, and I still rock with you, I still love you, but I can't change your mind? Because we can kind of talk to we blue in the face. We all know somebody that we may look at and have a perception of a person, and we feel as though we have some information or knowledge that can help this person get out of this situation. Like, we all, no matter what level in life we are on, we all look at someone who we perceive as maybe in a position that's a little bit less unfortunate than us that we can help. But does that mean that they not for us? Because I'm just going off of what you said. Does that mean that they not for us if they don't tell us every time, like, yo, you know you don't need to be hustling. You know you don't need to be running around here with that pistol.
If they don't tell you every time, but I mean, you like I said, they should. If there's no other outlet, then that's what you're choosing to do. But yeah, I believe they should encourage you to be more. If you're being negative every day, and they supposed to pour love into you.
That's one thing. That's not being negative every day.
Well, so this is what I'm saying.
That's a totally different thing.
No, because what I mean by that is, all right. So this is what I'm saying. Like, because when you say encouraging them, a female encouraging them, the risk of going to jail when we have a child. Yes, you should encourage me every day to not do this, to find something. But I, as the man, I made, like you said, it's going to be conversation. Well, okay, I'm going to try to do it not as short as possible. Like, that's how I know people who talk like that. Like, man, I'm only going to be out there for this time to this time. Like, they really can control it. Like, they want to treat it like a job. Like, they could, like, it's legal. Like, no, the risk of you being out there still don't matter because you can't control who watching you, what's going on.
I do kind of understand the logic of, some of that thinking, because it's like, the less time I'm out here, the better probability of me getting away with doing what I'm doing. But I always used to say this: you can be right for 1,000 days in a row. All it takes is the police is one day, and you gone. And you know what I mean? And
but to make it about the women, and the women always supposed to encourage, because I mean, like we said, we also said we know women are more mature than us. Like, let's face it, we agree with that. So it's like,
is that too much pressure that we put on our women?
Not. I think they naturally are. Like, it's just
because isn't that kind of, I don't want to say struggle love, but like, isn't it taxing to be kind of like emotionally with a person, and you got to kind of always, come on,
Oh yeah, but that's what I mean. You're gonna have to hold your man accountable. But that's up to you where you're gonna draw the line of how long you do it. Because okay, you might give them 3 months. You might have a system, man. I'll give you 90 days, and then but the goal is to get here. So you gotta have a goal, and most times people don't have a goal. So
has a woman in your life ever been that person for you, trying to be that rock to kind of like, look, bro, I have this opportunity down here, and you don't even need much work history. I can get you in here if you just leave the block alone. Come here. Has a woman have actively ever done that for you?
No, a woman has never ever said, "Yo, leave the block and I got a job for you." Like, that has never ever happened.
So, but would it have to be that perfect of a scenario?
Nah,
because leave the block, I got a job for you is something totally different from, come on, baby, I don't think you need to be out there. Come on, let's figure something else out.
So, but that's what I'm saying. I've been in a situation where, yes, a woman was trying to change my mindset to do things, but the circumstances we were in, I stood on it and said, well, hey, I understand what you're saying, but in that time frame of me trying to better myself, because that's another thing. Being a felon, because just being a felon at a young age, it might take a year or two before you find something where you're able to get a paycheck from, because you're looking for work. It's times like,
Hold on. Let's dial this back, because I don't understand what you just said. You saying it might take a year or two?
We don't know if you...
A year or two for what, though?
From transitioning from not earning money in the streets to wanting to be, quote unquote, straight and narrow, to look for that job, whatever it may be, from having no experience, from being a guy who in the streets to wanting to work. You don't know.
So you saying that process could take a year?
You don't know when
or
they're gonna
two?
take. Yeah, because people may not be hiring. You don't have no experience. You coming from the street. You get what I'm saying? So let's just say you was in the street and now you could be 26 with a felony. That's still young. But now it might take you until you 28 before somebody believe that you changed. But in that time of the 2 years, how do you provide for yourself?
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I don't want to stop the point from moving forward, but I do disagree that in this day and age, if a person woke up one day and said, I want to leave the block alone, I find that damn near impossible to believe, bro, that it would take 2 years for a person to find a job that's going to believe in them.
Oh, okay. So then why people just be on the couch all day in their mother house? They don't go to the block and they look. They online find a job. They looking for jobs, but they don't got no experience. They've been street niggas all their life.
I get that. And so there may be certain factors. And some of those factors maybe you may look at this job or this opportunity as beneath you. I know a lot of people who would say, I'm not going to go work at no fucking White Castles.
I hear you saying that, but I know a lot of people who will, and because of those job frames, I work from home. I'll be trying to get a part-time job, dude. They're going to hire children because that's the level of job they feel like these are going to be managers at my age, and then we're going to hire kids.
Yeah.
Because they feel like somebody my age is not going to want to be doing the bending and that. That's how they feel.
No, I
the complaint of the age bracket.
I understand that.
So you might have to go back and get credentials for yourself.
Look, I feel like today, right? If I set my mind to it and I stay focused, trying to build out Black Lens Digital, if I show up every day, if I'm consistent, if I pour into myself, if I learn what I need to do, if my quality is exceptional amongst people who are already out here doing some of the same things, I have no doubt in my mind that Black Lens Digital will be a premier company out here.
Okay.
And that's because I'm going up every day. I'm working on it. I'm doing something. And so, yes, you may have 5 jobs that's like, oh no, we're looking to go in a younger direction. Oh, you don't have the experience. Oh, you may have 5, you may have 10 jobs.
Right.
That's telling you that. But if you're looking for a job consistently, that 11th job is going to hire you. Do you want that job? Do you have the means to get to where that job is located?
Look, that's what I mean. All that goes into play.
But what I'm saying is where there's a will, there's a way, because those same people, right? They will possibly say that, oh, I can't get out to Fairlawn, you know what I mean, to work. But those same people on Friday, they can go get a bottle, a fifth, a Remy.
You absolutely right. Now we ain't talking about those people.
Hold on. So now that fifth of Remy, I don't know how much the bus cars cost nowadays. I feel like when I was younger, they was like $40 for the 1 zone, maybe $54 for the 2 zone. I'm quite sure that they way more than that right now. So don't kill me in the comments if you on the bus and the 2 zone is $100. So don't kill me. But the point still remains that with a little bit of sacrifice, just like you asked me for $2 every time you see me going to the store, you can do that and put that money on a bus card.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No,
so my point is not to shit on people, but my point is, where are your resources at? Or where is your network? What are you using your network for? Because if you want a job, I feel like Amazon hires anybody. Like they hire everyone. So I don't know.
It sound good.
I mean, it sounds good, bro. I feel like you have people with felonies. You have people with
so look, the people who steal
murders, double homicides,
the people who stole merchandise, Amazon probably won't hire them, but they ready to change now. So that's what I'm saying. It depends. So you probably also can't go to a merchandise job. You probably can't go to a merchandise job, but there are something else that you can do. Right. So
the little poppies that be running around and they be cleaning up and doing the landscaping, you probably could work with them. But to my earlier point, we look at certain jobs as being beneath us. Like why you don't go to where the poppies at and go to you see them like, hey poppy, I know how to sweep up, or I know how to do. Like they'll probably hire you. They'll probably let you rock with them, but we don't want to do that job. We don't want to be seen cleaning up the neighborhood.
I might feel like that might be a little deeper, only because that might be like a mind state of being an American.
But that's what I'm saying though. So you can't tell me that. And I don't want to keep going back and forth about this, but I just disagree slightly about the length of time that it takes. I don't think it'll take 2 years. I don't think it'll take 2 years.
I'm just saying you don't know how long it'll take for each individual. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying for everybody. I'm saying for that individual, the individual that it does take 2 years for. They got 990. If you go down there with nothing, you have to do a program. No pay, like they're not giving you no money. So this is what I'm saying. It is places like this, but you're gonna be in there for 8 months doing the program to get the credentials and everything that you need.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned 990 because when I was off my ripping and running, I was always a person who I would dip off from the block. They'd be like, "Yo, where Hood at? Yo, Hood done fucking found a job and he over here in such and such and such. He's working at this church. Hood over here, he's cleaning up." I had a job in the townhouses. Like, I'm not afraid to get out there and work. So I guess my perspective comes from that lens. But I utilized 990. I went down there. Everybody that goes down, I don't know if he's still down there, but Montague, Weldon Montague, he was the guy, he was the coordinator, the job coordinator that you go down there and you go see and he give you a job. If y'all know who I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. Is Montague still down there at 990 Broad Street giving people jobs? If he is, salute. He gave me a job. Where was he sent? He sent me to a job and it was up there in Mountainside. Easy Sockets. That company is no longer there, but Montague is the one that sent me up there for that interview.
Right.
You know what I mean? I had to catch the 65 bus and I forgot where it was that I used to catch that bus from.
And you had money from the block to get there. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about if you wasn't, look, we talk about if, remember that's how it started.
No, I'm not about to let you do that. Because you just said it would take a person 2 years if they wanted to stop being on the block and go to a job. So that same person is on the block.
What I'm talking about is to just automatically stop and not do nothing to earn money negatively and go to a positive route. Hood. That's what I mean. Like, okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm not saying I'm saying coming from the block, but you come home and then you don't want to go back to the block.
So but we know. So let's just say he's not how can I say it? He's not a person who's hustling just to buy more drugs.
Right.
Because we know people who are hustling and making money, and then we know people who are hustling just for the aesthetic of it. They just getting another pack. And they barely doing that. But let's just say we talking about the person who's hustling and, you know, they focus with their bread, they doing what they do. If you know that you want to switch things up, I'm not saying that you got to have a 6-month nest egg to pay for all your stuff that you're doing, right, but maybe a month or two of bus fare, or you probably don't have a car. If you got a car, like they can't buy 2 bus cars for 2 months. Like we talking about people that's being on the block. Like you can't buy a bus car 2 months in a row and you was on the block. So if that's the case, you need to reevaluate everything then.
My point. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it be the mindset of it. Like, I was one of those dudes. Prime example. I'm hustling, ripping and running, not going to school, shit like that. Nigga, my pops wasn't even living with him. Bro off sending money back, shit like that. Nigga, my pop, you know what? I know how to get him. Look, I taught the boy. Don't get that nigga shit, right? Don't get this nigga no bread, no nothing. Tell him you want to see a diploma come up out of him.
Yeah.
Oh, bruh stood on that. We beefing with Pops, but he still see me bugging out and just being a spoiled brat probably at the time. Like, man, this nigga just getting his way. And it's like, oh, cut it off. Oh, shit. There's some livelihood over here. And y'all want me to do what? It's really easy for me to do. I'm making the wrong decisions. So what I'm saying is cutting it off is the mindset of yourself. Like, man, some people get, like you said, man, we just hustling all day. We gonna get another pack. We ain't, you know what I mean? We ain't doing nothing but this all day.
Bro, I think you secretly uncovered something. And this is something that I've been wanting to talk about. And man, can tragedy, and I'm not saying, the most monumental, bad thing happening to you, but can a negative situation turn into something positive? And before you answer that, I'll give you my thoughts on it, because I used to look at things in my life. You know, I was on bullshit. And so I used to look at things that happened bad to me. But after this shock, the initial shock of whatever happened and whatever went wrong, I don't think that the negative thing actually was so bad, because what it did was it forced me into position to find out how strong I was.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to give you a personal story. I was younger. I was living with my baby sis. Shout out baby sis. You know what I mean? And, you know, she was, at that point in time, I think she was in maybe, she was in school to be like a pharmacy technician. And, you know, I was in the streets. I was doing this and I was doing that. And so we had a disagreement about how I was just laying around her house. And she had a young daughter at this point in time. And so, you know, me coming in the house and, you know, I'm chopping up on a table. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And sis had a real conversation with me. She like, look, I have a young daughter. You can't be in here doing that. And so I had to go out there on my own and I had to fend for myself. And I was, in the moment, I was upset. I'm like, damn, my sis put me out. What I did was I went and got a room. I didn't even get like an apartment because I wasn't in position to be able to pay for an apartment at that time. But if I look at it, I kind of could have, because this was back in the day when the rent still was cheap. And I think I was paying $600 a month because it was $150 a week for this rooming house. And so I could have gotten, in that era, like for like another $200, you know what I mean?
Got a studio for like
I could have got, you know what I mean? I could have got something, possibly even like a 1-bedroom, because in this era, that's what the prices was. But I said all that to say that the tragic moment, which was my sister coming and telling me that I had to go, was like, damn, a bad situation happened to me, but I didn't know how tough and how strong I was, or even how capable I was, until I was put in that situation. And so a lot of times we don't even know what the fuck we are willing or capable of doing until we forced to do it.
Right.
And so I think that that is just like, you know, a lot of people, we never know. And so, you know what I mean?
Until you had to, like I said, shout out to my pops, man. I love the fact. So that situation right there is kind of like what my pops, you basically, somebody doing something totally different than what you're doing, and you living under their roof, they willing to help you, like we were talking about, but you ain't following the rules. I can help you like this, but I can't let you jeopardize what I got going on in my helping you. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, the maturity at the time, you're like, damn, sis put me out. When in actuality, it should have been, man, damn, I should have been tightening up so it don't have nothing happen to my niece and shit like that.
So what if the boys would have ran down and went up in that house? Now she lose her house and she out with her daughter. She got a charge.
And you can't help her because, look, you was looking for help from her. So when people, exactly. So spin it back with, like I said, my pops was somebody, like when I was coming of age, because you said before, like, yo, you ain't mentioned your pops. I couldn't mention my pops out doing bullshit. He don't approve of this shit. Yeah. But because he don't approve of it, and I'm still doing it, nigga, you can't come home.
Yeah.
Home is always available, but these rules is the rules.
The rules are in place.
This is what they had, but the rules ain't even in place, as my pops said, but the rules wasn't in place for me. They in place for you, so you won't have to do what you out there running from what you doing. You get what I'm saying? Where I say, damn, I had a powerful father where at a young age, I felt like he gave me the tools to be able to survive. Like, that's just all, like, I joke with him about that now, and he'd be like, you was raising my brother. My brother is 5 years older than me. You was raising another brother, 10 years older. I'm watching. So by the time you think you about to teach me something, I feel like I seen it twice already.
Yeah,
I'm out of here. I don't need, in my mind at that age, I already seen it. You about to tell me the same thing you told them to.
Yeah.
I'm already been trying to do it. I've been snuck in the car. Look, you gave bro a license to take me around because, nigga, we out of circumstances. Like, that's the type of pops I had. Like, if you gonna do it right. If you ain't, like, you feel like, that's it. So you gonna be held accountable though for your choice though. Like, that's just so for which your sister saying that, all right, get out there, I survived. I survived in the streets because I felt like I couldn't go back to my pops. Not with like this. He ain't about to let me open his door like this. So I gotta I don't know I'm capable of all the shit that I'm out here doing, but I'm doing it alone to where now when I change my trajectory and want to change my mindset, damn, it's easier to help him now. Like my pops being older, they be like, man, damn, the same shit that you wanted me to do as a teenager, I feel like I'm 40 just coming in the door. Let me come over here and take your garbage out, Pop. Like, you feel me? Like, let me see. Like, let me come clean. Like, when it's going to come, let me get these leaves and shit from around your house. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You kind of can see those things.
And he still would tell me, bro, how long you think you're going to be on my couch? You need to go do something. You got a kid. Like, that's the type of Pop I got. Like, I'm going to help you, but what you doing? Like I show you, I gave you the gifts, I gave you these jewels, I gave them to you. You could fall, but it's a repetitive consistency of doing what you already know what you're supposed to do. Because we know right from wrong. Hence why I'll be saying, man, you can't make no excuses after 40. You made a ton of mistakes. I ain't saying you're not gonna make no more mistakes, but making the same mistakes.
That's out.
Yeah, we ain't doing that no more.
Gotta learn.
We ain't making excuses for it neither.
Absolutely.
That's just either who you are or who you want to be. You might be comfortable in that spot too. You might don't want to grow. I see that a lot too. People just
Yeah, because people are definitely stuck in their ways.
They comfortable. All right, so and look, I'm not even saying that's a bad thing. You able to pay your bills, you able to eat, and you doing that all on your own. That's fine. Yeah. But you're not. It's. I like to push forward. It should be okay. Time to own some land if you're renting now. Your bills are getting paid on auto pay. Once you auto paying your bills, it's time to level up.
Yeah. I mean, and that's a dope thing. But I do realize that home ownership. I understand that it's not for everyone. I had, especially when we talk about like having tenants and things of that nature.
Right.
But that's another story for another episode. Go and get us out of here, Wes.
Yo, man, you already know it's Cultural Currency. It's your boy Swiss Legacy. Man, like we always tell y'all, thank you for investing with us, man. We here, man, Cultural Currency.
Absolutely. And I'm Joe Pro. Get with us.
Word up.
Peace.
And like I keep telling y'all, man, put it in the comments. Y'all keep acting like y'all can't like, subscribe, and share, man. It's cost nothing. It's free. It's free. The subscription is free to subscribe.
Yo, you know what? Cause somebody said, yo, how much it costs to subscribe?
Word.
Bro, all you gotta do is press this button right here, baby.
Get all the notifications of the latest episodes on Wednesdays, man.
Absolutely. And let us know what y'all think about it. Are we being too dramatic? Do you like what we saying? Have you been down there on 990? Have you dealt with Montague? Is it easy to get a job out here? Is it better to just hustle? Talk to us. Give us some feedback. Let us know who you want to see on this couch and what conversations do you want us to have?
Word, because I appreciate y'all. I want to hear all y'all comments, but I want y'all to know from me, from Swiss Legacy, I want to hear all y'all comments, but I don't give a fuck about them. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
Yo, I don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Every word heard value, man.
Absolutely, man. Peace. Go out there, be productive.